Thank you so much for joining me. I'm here with Jennifer Ahde, a real estate lawyer with 40 in Arbique, and she's going to go over some common questions that you, the first-time home buyer, have in the home buying process. Thank you so much for joining me today.
I'm happy to be here. It's a pleasure to talk to you guys through this service that Nick is setting up. And what I want to try to talk to you about just briefly is a few of the common questions, like Nick said, that a first-time home buyer would have. Now, generally speaking, you have numerous people in the process that are going to teach you about these different things. But Cole's Notes version, the first most common question I get is, when am I going to receive my keys? You will receive your keys, normally speaking, from your lawyer who acts for you on the purchase. Regardless, this doesn't usually happen until late in the day on close, so keep that in mind when it comes to your planning, whether you're trying to plan a move on the date of close, which I wouldn't advise, or whether you're planning renovations or anything else. Your keys will often arrive to you late in the day. You'll probably pick them up at your lawyer's office once you do have the official title to the property and you become the registered owner. And what that all means, you can talk to your lawyer about that in detail, or you can call me and I can discuss with you what that means, but nonetheless, I don't recommend trying to plan a move on the day of close or renovations that would start on the day of close. Next most common question would be, when do I actually meet you, my lawyer? Oftentimes with first-time home buyers, it could be beneficial to meet with your lawyer well in advance of close to understand the process. Every lawyer might not have the availability to do this, but if they do, take advantage of it so you can understand what the process is all about. Regardless, you will have to meet with them prior to the date of close, usually the day prior, 2 days prior, maybe a week prior, to sign all of your closing documents. Now, make sure you're organized when it comes time to meeting with your lawyer so that you can show up with all of the papers that they've asked you to bring, which includes identification and other documents. And at this time, you're also going to be bringing your certified funds. Now, that exact amount is the next common question. How much money do I need to close the transaction? Your lawyer is going to come up with that number, not invent it, but through all of the information they receive from your lender and from the vendor's lawyer, they are going to be able to determine how much money you actually do need to close, and they're going to let you know what that figure is. It's made up of numerous different items, and it can't be known significantly in advance of close because of the different parties involved in the transaction. For example, like I had mentioned, your lender and the other lawyer. Nonetheless, once your lawyer does know, they would, generally speaking, advise you as soon as possible so that you can prepare that bank draft, certified check, to bring in to them when you meet prior to close at the time you sign your documents. Next most common question, I would say, is land transfer tax. Now, land transfer tax is payable in every transaction. However, there is a rebate program in effect right now in the province of Ontario for first-time home buyers. If you are a first-time home buyer, you may be privy to a $2,000 or up to $2,000 rebate off of your land transfer tax. Now, what you need to keep in mind is that, first of all, this program may not continue to exist for forever, so at a certain point it may be discontinued. Also, there are certain criteria which you need to meet in order to qualify. One of those basic criteria includes never having owned a home before anywhere in the world and never having been married to a spouse who owned a home which the two of you lived in together. Those are two of numerous restrictions, so make sure you speak with your lawyer in detail to ensure that you qualify if you think that in fact you may. And now, with regards to the day of close, what are the procedures? It's a common question. What goes on the day of close? Well, like I said, remember, you're not going to get your keys until probably later in the day because of all of these procedures. Your lawyer can explain it to you, but the important thing to keep in mind is that there are numerous transactions that happen before you become the registered owner, including the transfer of money from your lender who's giving you the mortgage to your lawyer's office. Your lawyer then needs to prepare documents and keys which are sent to the vendor's lawyer, and your lawyer will be awaiting keys from the vendor's lawyer. Once everybody is happy with what they have, like I say, often late in the day, then registration can conclude. So as a first-time home buyer, be informed, be patient, and stay in communication with all the parties that are trying to help you buy that first house that you're looking for.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you very much, Jennifer, for that. I'm sure you cleared up a lot of questions that our clients would have. Hopefully you're back, and we'll go over in depth some more of these costs and in depth what the procedures she does with her clients. So it's going to be a very interesting series, and I hope you do join in the future. So thank you very much, and her contact information is below, and have a great day. Thank you very much.